the stunning and remote Highlands of Scotland, expectant mums can face harsh challenges.
You struggle for signal out here then, don't you?
I'll try again.
I don't really fancy being on the other end of his horns.
With hospitals few and far between,
Hi, Shelley.
the midwife's role here is key.
Feel free to move me anytime.
I'm thinking this will come on thick and fast.
No, it'll start mild.
They form close and special bonds with all their mums-to-be.
That's very rewarding, being part of this amazing experience of somebody's life.
She's there by their side, all the way to delivery.
Will you just let your body do what it needs to do?
She needs to think on her feet,
We're going. I'm coming with you.
rise to some extraordinary challenges,
Unfortunately, we can't get a plane due to adverse weather conditions.
and sometimes face handing her expectant mums over to hospital-based midwives when things don't go to plan. But for her, it's the best job in all the world.
Part of the job, it's so lovely getting a wee cuddle at the end of it.
She is the Highland midwife.
It's a privilege to be at such a special moment, even after 30 odd years.
Tonight, midwife Hayley has to help when a routine caesarean turns into a nail-biting situation.
It's touch and go.
When bad weather has repercussions for a mum's labour,
We can't get a plane.
midwife Helen has to go the extra mile.
If I'm with her in the ambulance, it's maybe less daunting.
And when it's a dad-to-be who wants to deliver his baby, midwife Lydia's role is challenged.
I have been on Google reading up on such things, so I am an expert now.
Sutherland, in the far north of Scotland, is where midwife Hayley serves a scattered population of mums-to-be.
I love the area where I work. We get to see some beautiful parts of the country. I think every baby is a miracle. I just feel really lucky to do this job. We're going out to see Rachel today. Rachel is 36 weeks. It's on her second pregnancy.
And baby number 2 came as a bit of a shock for Rachel and David.
I phoned him, crying on the phone.
And I went outside and cried for about 10 minutes.
Oh.
But Hayley knows how traumatic Rachel's first caesarean was, with now 9-year-old Madison.
It was an emergency, so I think she's probably quite nervous, which wouldn't be surprising.
You wanted a brother for a start, didn't you? It took them 40 minutes to get the baby out because she was so badly stuck. And then another 40 minutes to get me sorted out because it's just everything had gone wrong. There's that fear, you know, whatever happens again.
Hello, Rachel, how are you doing?
All right, yourself?
Yes, fine, thank you.
Good.
Now, are you coming to help me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I need first of all, Madison? Could you go and get me a big bit of toilet roll? Just kidding. Oh, you're so good, the whole roll. That is brilliant. We're coming down to about 150, 160. Absolutely fine. Do you approve? Yes, midwife Madison?
But Hayley hears of a potential issue that might mean Rachel's past isn't her only problem.
I've been getting a bit of a rash.
Is the itching on your hands or feet at all? Just could be a general pregnancy rash, but any time anybody says to us midwives, oh, I've got itchy hands and feet, there's a little alarm bell goes off. See, ladies can get a condition called cholestasis.
Right.
And that's a really serious condition. Basically, your liver starts to, sort of struggle a wee bit. Because I'm taking blood from you anyway, I might just do a wee check for that as well. So it's just really as a precaution.
At least it's coming out, not too bad.
Yeah, we know we've got a good one when you get that noise.
It's always good to take precaution. You don't want something going wrong if it couldn't be helped.
Right, Rachel, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Take care. Bye. It could be a sign of cholestasis, so I'll get that sent off to the lab today as well and hopefully have the results by tomorrow.
The Balmoral estate in Royal Deeside is midwife Lydia's territory.
Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.
We're going to see Beverly. She is 36 weeks pregnant with her second baby. I have come across some dads who do want to be very involved, which is great, but not quite as involved as Gordon.
I really enjoyed the experience of giving birth to Olivia. You're going to paint Olivia on your egg? Gordon was amazing. The midwife said he was like a kid at Christmas.
My emotions were running sky high. I was right there in the thick of it, so to speak, at the last birth, and I'd like to just take it further this time.
Hello, Beverly. How are you? Hello. I see you.
But there could be a problem.
Things happened quite quickly last time, didn't they?
Once they got
established.
It was about 4 or 5 hours once it kind of really started getting going. So.
How long will it take Gordon to get to you?
I think the furthest away he'll be is 5 hours from the hospital.
Working as an electrician for a contractor in this part of the world means Gordon is on the road. A lot.
Because our clients have sites all over Scotland, it could be anybody's guess if Beverly would get a hold of me or not.
I said to him, okay, like if I feel like anything's happening, I'm gonna just need to phone you. You're gonna need to just come.
First contractions, even if you're in doubt, phone him.
Yeah.
And you need to go to hospital as well, if need be, and he meets you there.
And he meets us there.
Okay.
See you later.
You know where we are if you have any worries.
Bye. Take care. Bye. For me, anyway, the biggest worry is just Gordon getting to the hospital.
If I can't get a phone signal, I'll phone her through the local landline, and just so she can get in touch with me. I really want to make that birth.
Because he was such a great support last time, and obviously is really, really keen to be there, that it would be a real shame if he doesn't make it.
On the west coast of Scotland, just north of the Mull of Kintyre, a small team of busy midwives work out of Campbelltown's midwife unit.
Hello, maternity, Helen speaking.
Midwives like Helen, who work in a compact community like this, can sometimes know their mums-to-be.
Morven is pregnant with her first baby. She would like me to be her midwife. It's a tremendous honour actually to be asked, because sometimes there's a very difficult line to cross when you're friends with someone.
It would mean the world for me to have Helen deliver this baby. Helen's been part of our life since we got married. She was at our wedding reception and she's the obvious choice.
For Helen, though, caring for Morven is already proving tricky.
Morven is pretty petrified. She's petrified of needles. She hates having her blood taken.
I have a hospital phobia and do not like needles in any way, shape or form, so I'm fully intending to try and deliver this baby with no pain relief. It's not a situation I want to think about at the moment because it would just cause me undue stress and worry.
Morven wants to have her baby in the midwife-led unit.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine.
With Helen by her side.
You want a wee look at the scan picture from last week? There we go. Baby was totally pouting. Charles says it's like me already. It's in the huff.
Profile. Oh, that's
me.
Your nose.
It's my nose and it's my pout.
Morven, that is amazing.
Helen knows her job today is to do exactly what Morven fears.
I know I've got to give you advanced warning.
Advance notice, yeah. Hate the sight of blood, so.
Okay, More of a wee scratch. Okay, deep breath. Keep thinking of whatever it is you are just now. Just stay focused on that. Done.
The sigh of relief.
But there's another issue. Morven's due date.
Is it 2 weeks today?
Today's the 6th.
Oh, holy moly. I finish up the 21st. I'm off and I'm not on call. I come back on the morning of the 27th. You're gonna just go with the flow, and when it comes,
I think it'll be okay. I can't say it will be, but I think it will. I'm not stressing about it, put it that way.
Don't worry, you know we're here. And just phone us and
we'll have a baby.
Have a baby. Great. It's really tricky because I would like to be around for Morven, and I would love it to work out, but I've got commitments elsewhere, I've got family coming. It's really hard, but you know, we'll just have to see how it goes.
On the Balmoral estate, mum-to-be Beverly is just days from her due date and getting ready for her hospital birth. But midwife Lydia's heard that husband Gordon has upped his ambitions for this labour.
He cut Olivia's cord last time, but this time he is keen to have a bit more hands-on if the circumstances are right. So I would like to see what he's saying, whether that's still what he's thinking, and talk through what the possibilities are and what to expect, because it can be quite different being down that end, as it were. Hello Beverly, how are you? Gordon, are you feeling all ready for this?
Yeah, all set. I do intend to deliver the baby myself. I have been on Google reading up on such things, so
Yeah.
I am an expert now.
Good. What have you been?
Just the step-by-step guide is once the baby's out, tilt the baby up to get the fluids out. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then onto the mother.
Quick as that. Sometimes we have to manoeuvre the baby. The baby does turn as the baby comes down through the pelvis. So it's making sure that the baby is coming out the way that we would be liking.
What I've got in my mind is that this has happened through the ages. I'm thinking back in the 1800s, what did people do? They just delivered the baby themselves, didn't they? Or, so
they
I
had
think I did it back
untrained
then, and I'm
staff.
pretty sure I could give it a go. I think
I
we
think you
could
did
come
a good
and...
job. Yeah.
No?
I think, like, from what I remember last time as well, you just, like, go into a zone.
There might be some circumstances where it's not so possible.
Of course.
And for example, if everything is happening really, really quickly, then the midwives might just not have enough time to help get you to help. If baby decides to put in a very rapid appearance, and obviously if it becomes a more complicated birth where it goes to forceps or something like that, then yeah, that changes things. Bye-bye. It is unusual for dads to want to deliver babies, but Gordon's really keen to do it, and I think that should be encouraged as much as we can. Really depends on what is happening at the time as well, how quickly it all happens, how much of a chance they have to discuss what he needs to be doing. But ultimately the midwife is responsible for the birth.
In Sutherland, midwife Hayley's on her way to see Rachel after testing her for a potentially critical liver disorder.
So I'm just going off to see her and tell her about her blood results, see if she's got any last minute nerves. I know that she's really, really nervous that she might actually go into labour before then and end up having an emergency section for the second time. So it's just really to see if I can put any of her fears to rest.
Hello. Oh, I didn't hear you knocking.
That's all right. How are you today?
All right, yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm really happy to say that all your results were totally normal.
Yeah.
So that's really reassuring. So I think it was probably more just down to maybe like a rash or something.
2 weeks to go. Rachel's desperate to have her planned caesarean, so today Hayley's checking the baby's position.
Baby is. It's a big breath in for me, but baby's heading in the right direction,
down
so
there.
it's fine.
Just don't want to go through full labour or put the baby through. 'cause
Totally understandable.
She was so badly stuck and stuff.
Yeah.
So
And so all I would be saying to you is, if labour started at home, you really have to be getting yourself down to hospital, okay? No, I think that's absolutely fine. It's just so you knew what to do if something like that did happen. At least you've got a wee plan. Great. All good. Right, assistant, can I get a tissue, please? Thank you very much.
One for Mum.
One for Mum's tummy as well.
There you go. Hey.
Take care of yourself.
Yep.
Bye, Rachel. See ya. Next time I see Rachel, if all goes to plan, I'll be seeing her on her section date.
The next day, though, the plan looks to have gone out the window when Rachel has to race to hospital.
House is nice and tidy and all ready for baby. I came in with what was contractions the other night. Was put in a drip, stopped the contractions. I have now got severe stomach pains. We're not entirely sure what it is.
Just the fact that it's the not knowing that's the worst part of it. But hopefully the blood test and this ultrasound later on will determine what's wrong with her. Nobody wants to see any of their loved ones go through pain to the point where they're physically in tears and there's nothing you can do about it.
Rachel thought she was going into labour, so that really stressed her out. From having gone through most of her pregnancy with no issues at all, the last 2 weeks have been really hard for her.
After 2 days in pain, Rachel finally gets her results.
Everything's fine. They don't know what's causing the pain in my stomach. They wanted to monitor me for one more night, but I was a bit insistent to go home. They've just given me some strong painkillers to take. If I go into labour, I'm to get back ASAP.
I think she's just really keen to get to meet her baby because it's been a long wait for her and David.
In Campbelltown, midwife Helen is on her way to see her friend and mum-to-be, Morven. 4 days before she's due.
I'm off this morning to see Morven. And I'm just really hoping just for a chat today, just to go through any little worries that she might have. She is a lot more nervous than she's letting on.
And Helen's brought a special way of preparing Morven and her husband Charles for what to expect.
Hi! Come on in. Oh, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm good. I'm fine, thanks. This is a perfect analogy of the uterus. For every squeeze, the uterus gets smaller and smaller. Every time that muscle contracts, it doesn't ever go back to the size it was before. And that's the reason the uterus gets smaller and smaller, and the head is being forced down to open up and stretch the cervix. Not that quickly.
Hey, that's fine if it's that quick. I've got no objection.
What worries most people when it's their first baby, I think it's probably they don't know at what point to call us. Midwives are the worst for that. Midwives come in labour at fully dilatation because they don't want the mortification of being told that they're not in labour, go home.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You need to call us. There is someone there all the time.
Morven may seem calmer about the labour, but she still wants to make sure Helen will be with her when it happens.
Still aiming for the 27th then, because you're off between the 21st and the 27th, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I've decided I don't want anybody else delivering this baby, I want it to be you, so it has to be the 27th. Good to me.
Time?
4 o'clock in the afternoon, why not? After the dog walk.
Could you do 2?
Well, 2 better for you?
Just so I can tape things on my Sky.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, don't want to interrupt your TV schedule.
No, I don't want to either. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Back in Aberdeenshire, 6 days overdue, Beverly's heading to hospital. It's almost 5 a.m, so husband Gordon was home when Beverly went into labour.
It is that way and right, is it?
What is?
The hospital. I know the maternity ward though, eh? I'm right, Bevy.
I don't know.
I think it is. Sure.
The problem now is Gordon can't find the maternity ward.
Oh God almighty.
Just turn and go back.
No, this isn't it. This isn't it.
In Aberdeen, Gordon's finally found the maternity unit. So Beverly and her mum Jackie head in. "40 miles away, midwife Lydia is back on duty helping her other mums. But her thoughts are with Beverly and Gordon.
I really wish I was there because I think it'd be great. But she didn't want a home birth, and that's fine. But that at the moment is the only way we can be there. I'm really looking forward to seeing baby once Beverly comes home. It's one of the nicest bits of the job is getting to meet baby. Beverly is probably in early labour, and wondering how Gordon's getting on as well, and will he be able to help like he wants to.
At the hospital, though, this is Gordon's big moment.
We're just in the labour ward now. I'm guessing a couple of hours, won't we? Great.
Gordon wants to deliver their baby, and he's waiting to find out if Lydia's colleagues think the circumstances are right.
You know, I did stress for the start that it's your call.
I've had a wee chat with my colleagues and I'm quite happy to adapt the birth plan. And you can assess and cut the cord and things going. The delivery would be hands-on with myself.
Okay. I'm slightly gutted and relieved at the same time, a strange feeling.
Exactly.
Aye. But I had been reading up on it, like, you know.
Good. Any tips for me?
Just relax.
That's
Keep calm.
That's it, I'll do my best.
Aye.
Gordon's dreams of being hands-on for the birth may be over. But he's still determined to be involved.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait and see what happens with the next contraction. I think your baby's coming, but you're doing amazingly well, showing loads of signs.
Midwife Kylie's in charge, but she's including Gordon as much as she can.
Suspense is really killing me now.
Well, I think that can be your job. You
Aye,
can
aye.
look at the clock
Yeah.
and announce what you have.
Aye. We done that the last time, didn't
Did
we?
you?
Because I wanted to tell Beverly what we've got. And then hit the baby on the chest. We've got a baby, aye, we've got a baby.
Midwife Kylie has taken Gordon's advice to keep calm. Gordon, on the other hand, can't seem to contain his excitement.
Yes! Go! Go!
Just over 2 hours after they arrived at hospital, labour's progressing fast and Gordon's seizing his chance to be as involved as he's allowed.
Yes!
Okay, so just give me another push.
Go on, go on. Full beans. That's it, on the way. He's going to come here. Oh yes, babe, you're doing great.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave that away. Lovely pushing.
Go on.
Good.
Beautiful knees.
Doing grand. That's perfect. I think it might be a little weighted. Like it?
Yes, I do think. Oh, it's coming up. Push. Push. Come on. Yes, we're nearly there. Nearly there.
After just 6.5 hours of labour,
Come on! Come on! Let's go! A wee boy! It's a wee boy! It's a wee boy, I tell you! It's just a wee boy! Oh, look up! He's a fair size wee boy, so there's a wee boy! There's a wee boy! Hey, wee George! George,
baby George. Welcome to the world, young man. There we go. Right, Gordon. There you are, well done. Thank you. Now I'll take them feet. Thank you very much. Move around.
We've got a wee boy.
Well done. So proud. I love you.
You made it look easy,
I love you, George.
I did. Now it's just going to feel a little bit full and we're just going to get this placenta delivered.
Look at you.
in Campbelltown, it's the 29th of December. Midwife Helen's back on duty. In the early hours, her friend Morvin went into labour and her first call was to Helen.
I know. Morvin phoned me at 2 o'clock this morning. Came in at 11:30 this morning, contracting quite strongly, had some gas and air.
I don't feel like I'm doing good.
Oh, my darling, you are doing so good. You've been up since 2 o'clock. You just have to persevere.
Midwife Helen still thinks Morvin can have the birth she wants in their local midwife-led unit, but the labour is becoming increasingly difficult.
She's really tired. She was happy for me to examine her, which was a big thing. She's been against that the whole way along. So she's 6 centimetres dilated. The head is nicely down. She ruptured her membranes earlier, but I think just the way the baby's head's come down, there's a wee bag of water's just reformed. So that can slow things down a wee bit more. She's exhausted, so we've decided we're just going to put her on her side and just let her get half an hour to an hour's sleep.
Morvin's husband, Charles, is feeling the strain too.
I'm feeling excited and anxious. Just going with the flow of things just now. Just Morvin's having a wee break before she starts carrying on with anything.
I think now you've had a wee rest, then it will give you the strength to carry on, and then we can get the pool filled and get you back in. Happy enough with that, guys? Oh, good lass. I have every hope and faith that Morvin will get this baby out tonight.
But after over 15 hours in labour, Helen and her fellow midwife Isabel are getting concerned.
Up to 7.
Aye.
You don't think she's approaching 6 stage yet?
No.
Midwife Helen wants to find out if there's a reason for the labour slowing down.
From what I can feel about the way the baby's lying, is that the baby's head is a bit back to back with yours. So we've got to wait till every contraction forces it round, so it comes out this way. It's just the way the baby's lying, so it needs to rotate round.
Midwife Helen decides she has to call the doctors at the hospital in Paisley, but that's 4 hours away by road.
Morvin, we're going to have to think about moving you. I know, hon. But we've not made any progress in 4 hours. So I failed. No, darling, you haven't.
Come on, don't fail.
It's not much of a change. No change.
Helen's got to balance comforting Morvin with making some tough decisions.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to phone?
Would you mind?
No.
With the baby lying in a bad position and contractions slowing, Helen decides that Morven needs to be seen by a doctor.
We're just going to phone Paisley.
Hi, it's Isabel Cook, midwife in Campbelltown. We have a lady that we need to transfer to Paisley.
If I could keep you, I would.
I think at this stage it would be air ambulance. Because we're talking about at least 4 hours by road.
But then, midwife Isabel finds that there's a further complication.
But unfortunately, we can't get a plane due to adverse weather conditions in Glasgow and up the west coast. They did try Inverness as well, so we're now going to have to go by road.
It's terrible news for Morven. So midwife Helen makes the decision to go with her friend.
We're heading by road now to Paisley. We need to get there, and that's the only way we have to go. I'm going along with Morven because she is in labour. If I'm with her in the ambulance, it's maybe less daunting.
You okay?
Thank you.
Good luck.
Helen knows that once you recognise a mum-to-be could be in danger, going to Paisley City Hospital is the only choice.
There are two possible options at the moment for Morven. One is that she'll progress to a normal delivery with the help of the drip, and the second one could be either a forceps delivery to rotate the baby or an emergency section.
As Morven's midwife, Helen's been on duty for 22 hours and has now delivered Morven safely to her colleagues.
It's been a long 2 days. And I've brought Morven to Paisley. She's in the best possible hands, and I'm heading back to Campbelltown and collect my car and go home to my bed.
In Raigmore Hospital in Inverness, midwife Hayley is with her mum-to-be, Rachel.
Hello. Hello. How are you? All right. I'm okay. How are you feeling? All right. Yeah, a bit nervous?
A bit.
I know it is a
Hayley will be with Rachel right through to the end now for her planned caesarean section.
So we're going to find out what you're having.
I'm still convinced it's a boy.
Are you? I'm so excited.
My family's got a big sweepstake on just now.
That's brilliant.
Most of them are thinking get up, but they're all thinking over £9.
Right. We'll wait and see. I'm not even going to guess because I'm rubbish at that. Right, my love. So, you know, we build up a real rapport with our women, and to be able to be here right at the very end to support her, it's just really, really lovely.
But despite Rachel and David arriving at 6 a.m, Rachel's planned section has been held back by other emergency caesareans.
Currently been waiting 5 hours. I know Rachel's getting a bit hungry at the moment and wants a drink and a cup of tea. We should be next. I was so nervous, I've been excited this morning, but I was just waiting at the moment. I am excited to get the baby out. It's been nice to know what it is, and it'd be nice for it to be born today as well.
So today has been a really busy day in Raigmore. All the midwives have been exceptionally busy. There's been a few emergencies, so that has inevitably meant that Rachel's just been pushed further down the list.
Hello.
So you've probably guessed it might be tomorrow that you're getting done.
Hurry them up.
Right, I'll go and see what other information I can get and I'll come back and tell you. All right?
Right, I'll see you shortly. Bye.
I'm really hopeful that she's going to get taken really soon. She's been very understanding, but it's inevitable she's going to feel quite fed up. So I'm really keen as well. It'd be a nice finish to my shift.
2 hours later, both mum and midwife get their wish as they head into theatre.
Okay, so you feel a sharp scratch in your back now?
Just a tiny, tiny needle.
Okay. Alright, you're okay?
And now numb from the spinal anaesthetic, Rachel's planned caesarean can finally begin.
My hands feel really warm.
Feel really warm?
Yeah.
But there's a complication. The doctors are having trouble getting the baby out. Midwife Hayley waits to see if there's anything she can do to help.
I see a head. I see some shoulders. Quite big.
Baby's here.
When the baby finally comes out, it's not breathing. Hayley has to act.
Baby's here.
In Inverness, midwife Hayley is helping mum Rachel's newborn baby to try and get it to breathe by itself. Within what must have felt like a very long minute, Rachel's baby's lungs are working just fine.
I still think it's boy. You still think it's a girl?
I don't know, I said boy all along now, changed it last minute.
Changed it to girl.
I think it might be a boy.
It's their midwife Hayley who gets the job of giving Rachel and David the news they've been waiting for.
Oh, what have we got? Oh, it's
a boy.
So I'm just going to put a nappy on them and then I'll take them back to you. All right? He's absolutely fine. He's a wee bit bruised. But I'll take him.
Watch your hand because I nearly got that out. You're right.
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah, it's happy. Right.
No, I'm fine. I didn't faint.
You're all right. You've got us up.
I'm fine, I'm meant to be looking after you.
I've got someone in front of me. I'm going to have to slide them under here. This might be a bit tricky.
Thank you.
Now the fun really begins.
Great.
It's quite touch and go initially. It did take him about a minute or so to breathe, so it did give us a wee bit of a fright. I'm just so thrilled, so thrilled. I've been with Rachel and David this whole journey, and to actually be here today, I can't actually believe that it's all worked out like this. So it was really good. So I'm a bit emotional. so it's all good.
Thank you. Good luck.
After midwife Helen had rushed mum and friend Morven by ambulance to the hospital in Paisley, 8 hours later, baby Siobhan was born naturally.
I was terrified about going to Paisley. Helen came with us, kept me calm for the whole journey. Thanks to Helen talking sense into me, we're all here to tell the tale.
Now midwife and friend Helen is meeting Siobhan for the first time.
Oh, Curly.
Yeah, have a big yawn.
Oh, hi, gorgeous.
Say hello, Auntie Helen.
I'm pleased to meet you at long last. She's very distinctive, isn't she? She's got a right wee, her own look.
She's strong as well. She keeps trying to pull her head up.
The colour of her hair.
Helen was absolutely phenomenal. If and when we decide to have another one, there's no shadow of doubt Helen will be our midwife. I couldn't ask for anybody better.
As a friend, Helen tried to give Morven the birth she wanted here in Campbelltown. But as a midwife, she had to make the tough decision to send her to the hospital in Paisley to save her and her baby.
She's got her lovely wee girl. All is fine now.
In Royal Deeside, midwife Lydia has come to meet baby George for the first time too.
Hello, Gordon.
Hiya.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Olivia. Well, let's have a little look at you.
Thank you. This is wee baby George.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello, George.
You saying hello?
Gorgeous.
Lydia's keen to find out how Gordon's feeling after not being able to help deliver George in the labour suite.
So how did it all go, birth-wise?
Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, they didn't let me deliver
Yeah,
George myself.
I heard.
They didn't seem quite comfortable with that, but you know, I didn't make a fuss about it.
No.
It was their call. I did touch his head when the head popped out.
And oh yeah, you were told like push, 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 come on, you can do it, scream if you want, blah blah blah. I remember you saying that.
And how's Olivia taken to being a big sister?
Do you love your baby George? Yeah. And your baby brother loves you too. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Mwah.
And it's the moment midwife Lydia's been looking forward to.
Aren't you just gorgeous? Oh, that's a big yawn.
It's very cute.
Okay, bye just now. Bye.
In Sutherland, midwife Hayley is on her first visit to see Rachel and baby Teddy.
Hello, wee Manny. This is the best bit. Hello. Oh, you're not a happy baby.
After his dramatic entrance into the world at the hospital.
You saying, oh, it's that one. That one that gave me a brisk rub when I was born. Yes, that was me. I'm getting to give you a cuddle now. So this is part of the job. It's so lovely getting a wee cuddle at the end of it. So we go on such a journey with our mums, so actually getting a cuddle from the baby is just lovely. Oh, he's just absolutely lovely. Really
He's so
is.
content. He's so happy. And he sleeps during the night.
Oh, hooray!
Yeah.
So you're getting a wee bit of shut-eye at night
I'm
then?
getting plenty of shut-eye.
Good, excellent. That's really good.
He wakes once, maybe twice at a push, and I say I can't ask for more than that.
Better go before I try and put him in my pocket.
I know, we can't
Right,
help
listen,
it.
take care.
Yeah.
It was so lovely.
Yes.
And you be good, wee Manny. Okay.
Next time, midwife Hazel helps a mum with a serious needle phobia.
They're still going to want to put a needle in my arm when I'm going to leave.
Midwife Val has to send her mum for a scan, leaving her home birth at risk.
Now it's not quite as straightforward as you'd hoped.
And midwife Sheena has to help her mum at a critical moment.
Where you're not going to push too hard, so that's the point, to listen really carefully to me, okay?